Yeah, and the curiosity for me is then what's the ideal solution for that business then? Good leadership is you can walk away from something and it doesn't all fall apart like a house of cards. That's good leadership. That is a giant seagull. It's like half the size of a car. You know the concept of good levers and bad levers? I'm trying to be a good lever and work out, okay, well, what is that business going to look like without my involvement? Because managing a remote team requires so much nuance. It really requires exemplary people skills because there is additional management overhead. You can't just be a good manager, you actually have to be a great manager, because the reality is you might get an hour or two of contact time with someone just when you're on meetings. You don't get all of that idle social time of just like kind of being around each other on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, you don't get to know everyone as much as people. And effectively the challenge of that is that you have less contact time to pick up on the subtleties that someone may have a performance issue or someone may have a personal issue, or like if you're wanting to build rapport with them, it has to be very, very, very intentional. If you're not a strong leader or manager, that's going to be really challenging. Or if it doesn't interest you to develop that skill, which not everyone's interested in doing that. You know, there are plenty of this archetype, right, of the visionary entrepreneur. There's plenty of them who just like don't want to do the day-to-day management. And I personally don't really enjoy it. Personally, I just want to be the ideas guy. Most people don't want to fucking do it. They don't want to do it. It requires a different mindset. You got to be consistent. You got to be good at follow up and follow through. You've got to be patient, and you've got to be happy to do things repeatedly. And they are not actually the key skills of visionary founder. So the challenge is, like, in the early stages of the business, you have to do it. Like we were talking about, you have to graduate. So you've got to do it. You've got to learn how to do it. So yeah, that's like the catch-22. But that's why remote teams are harder. The benefit you get is 5x. Here's the thing. If you hire in the Philippines, your labor is a fifth of the cost. You get 5x lower cost, but you probably have double the HR and administration. So you get a 2.5x benefit, maybe. Yeah, that's the challenge. If it was all fun and games, everyone would do it. Well, I think everyone's kind of got the opportunity and they're seeing like the rosy potential of, I can just hire 1 million people in the Philippines and build out this super cost-effective team.